Welcome. In front of me is a Motorola Moto E13, and today I'll show you how we can apply tempered glass to this device. Now, I'll be using one design for a different device, as you can probably see based on this little label right here. But if I dry fit it, you'll see that it basically fits perfectly over this device. So that's why I'm using this. So there we go. Luckily I have stupid amounts of these, like boxes, so I can use this for any device that has this kind of standard display from Samsung. So yeah, it just works fine with these phones too. Now chances are, if you bought yours specifically for this phone, instead of having it like full, just one piece, you'll have a little notch right here. I believe, I'm not exactly sure. You might have a notch or cutout, or maybe just like this one. I'm uncertain. I believe it will be cut out. Whichever one it is. The reason I'm mentioning this is because once applying it, depending on which one you have, you might want to just kind of focus around this cutout and make sure it's aligned correctly with your camera. And this also like teardrop right here. So you try to align the cutout with the teardrop right here, and from there just drop it on there. Now I'm gonna go a little bit deeper into like how I apply my tempered glass, but that will be after I take out this little foam right here so I can set my device on it. Okay, there we go. Now to quickly go into this, if you never applied a tempered glass, you most likely have number 1 and 2, or just one, like this sticker. When applying tempered glass, you will always start off with 1. 1, when peeled off, will reveal a sticky side right here of the tempered glass. So when you just yank that, what will be revealed is the glue, and then you just apply it like this. So I'm mentioning that. Now number 2 will reveal a actual glass that you will be touching later on once it's just glued to the display. Now, for the most part, the glasses that I've had in recent timing, they all ditched the number 2, just because, to be honest, it's kind of useless. It only protects it from being scratched, but it's already in a box, so chances are it's not going to get scratched in there. But if you have it, once you apply the tempered glass, that is the second layer that you will be peeling off, just so you can touch the actual like glass layer of your tempered glass. Now, when it comes down to actually applying the tempered glass, once I peel that off, I'll be holding it from both bezels for obvious reasons. I don't want to touch the sticky side at all, so that's how I'm holding it. And when I begin to apply the tempered glass, I do have it at an angle like this. So it's lifted up at the bottom while it's already laying on the display at the top. And while pinching both ends, top and bottom, I then start to pinch the bezels of the phone itself. This allows me to position it in the middle. Basically, as you can see, it's not really moving to the left or right anymore. And all I would do is just pull, push to align it correctly right up here with the camera and with the bezels. Once it's aligned, or I think it's aligned, I'll just start lowering it, and again, feeling the bezels of the phone, I will align it even so it's evenly spread from left and right side, and then just literally drop it on there. And that's all you need to do. Now, one more thing to mention is, when applying your tempered glass, I do recommend dry fitting it first. So just place it on your screen like this, and just have a look on how much space you need to have between the bezels, so it's evenly spaced out. So what I mean is, from like top and bottom, how much you have to shift it up or down, so it's evenly spaced. And then try to remember the amount of like space that was left over here, so it was evenly placed. From there, obviously it doesn't need to be like millimeter perfect. You can have it a little bit higher or lower. I just like to have it evenly spaced out all around. And additional info here would be that if you have a case for your device, if you have it a little bit too low, for instance like right here, so it's almost borderline like on the edge of the end of the screen, when you put on your case on the device, it might just pry it up. So So that is another thing that you might want to keep in mind. So just give it a little bit of space, even space from all these sides. Okay, now moving on to preparing our device for the application. With the tempered glass, you should also have the wet and dry wipes. Now, if yours look exactly the same as these ones do, throw them out. The reason I'm saying this is because there's a couple problems with them. I just opened up a wet one. Yep, that one is dry. No surprise there. So, just to kind of showcase this is supposed to be a wet wipe, by the way. I don't see any solution on here. Do you see any residue from solution? So yeah, these are absolutely garbage. Now if you're wondering, well, maybe it's the dry one, maybe it got switched up. Again, nothing. So yeah, I recommend throwing them out. They're absolutely horrendous. An additional problem with them is the size. I know you're trying to earn money on producing those, but I'm pretty sure producing a double size cloth like this costs less than a penny. And this is laughable. So, what I recommend instead is using a microfiber cloth, if you have one. Honestly, almost anything will do a better job than these cloths, because even if they are moist, the solution still didn't dry out. It will create like smudges, which I personally hate. So I just hate these wipes in general. So I will be using microfiber cloth, but like I said, if you don't even have that, I'll resort to using even a t-shirt rather than these wipes. Now, if you have some other ones, other tempered glass that maybe came with better wipes, which is obviously normal, you might also have one of these things, this kind of pseudo microfiber cloth. These work fantastically, and they are actually included in majority of tempered glasses. I have like a bunch of them laying around here. But like I said, if you have ones that look like these ones, just throw them out. Now, one more thing, if you're planning to, I don't know, maybe not use a t-shirt, something like that, but you're thinking of using a paper towel, I'll warn you right now to not do that. A paper towel leaves a little white specks of it, and those will create air bubbles once you're applying your tempered glass. So try not to use a paper towel, it will mess up the application. Anyway, let's now clean off our display. When cleaning it off, first of all, you want to just focus on just dirt that is on the display, any kind of spit maybe, dirt, smudges, fingerprints, all that stuff. And once you're ready to apply your tempered glass, you will give it a couple nice, just gentle passes over to get rid of any kind of dust that might have settled. As you can see, I have one piece of dust right here, so I'll just kind of like swipe it off. Oh, actually, that's not dust. There we go. So yeah, I'll have the microfiber cloth ready, because once your display is ready, make sure there is no dust. So just, if anything settles, like I mentioned, just get rid of it. Once you do so, jump straight into applying it. And there we go. As you can see, it's right now gluing itself. That created a massive air bubble in the middle, but there's nothing under there. It's just the way it's spread. So I'm gonna lift it up gently. And there we go, now it's gone. So now that it's applied perfectly, I'm gonna clean it off. And voila. So there it is. Anyway, that is how you would apply your tempered glass, or how you actually can. That's one of the ways, obviously. And if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.